All right, there we go. The machine is firing up. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Thursday, December 12th, 2019. It's 9:07 a.m. here in Arizona. Bitcoin at 7,196. It is trying to hold that 7,200 support level. The market is a mix of green and red this morning. I would say mostly red. Ethereum down 0.7%. Litecoin down almost 2%, XRP down 1%, but of course we do have some players that are definitely making money, like Atom and XTZ. So, and Dash is up also. A mix, but it looks like a bit more red than green. Although I can say the traditional markets are doing very well. Dow Jones Industrial Average, big green candle today, working on turning that MACD positive. S&P 500, big green candle today, working on turning that MACD positive. MACD is positive on the Russell 2000 index with a big green candle, so traditional markets are rocking this morning. Tether into Bitcoin, 1.72 billion. Tether into Ethereum, 785 million. Total Bitcoin market cap, 130 billion. Real volume over the last 24 hours on the top 10 exchanges is 238 million. Like to see it over 300 million, but well, we'll take it. All right, Bitcoin dominance is 68.4%. Altcoin total market cap is 60%. I'm sorry, it's 60 billion. 60.2 to be exact. All right, over here, Blockchain Whispers. The current sentiment for Bitcoin is positive, totaling Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance for a total of longs and shorts. Longs are 59% and shorts are 40%. All right, Bitcoin on the daily. As you can see, we are in a descending channel. Looking at the MACD. The histogram is closing. We shall see. We are a positive MACD right now, but the histogram is closing. We'll have to see which way it goes. I would say, as far as looking at the daily, all I know for sure is that we're in a downward channel, and the MACD is, well, at the moment positive, but we'll see. It looks to be possibly be trending to a negative cross. One thing I wanted to point out here, and you can see this over at TradingView if you want, just search for ADX DI histogram. The ADX is the white line here, and the DI is the red histogram. So basically, one thing I wanted to note is that when you have a positive ADX and you have a positive green DI, as you can see here, that's when you're going to see positive moves by Bitcoin or any crypto. But when you have, even with a negative ADX, positive ADX, the DI really drags price up or down. So looking at this triangle that we have here, this shape, and looking here, as you can see, when the DI went negative, even with a positive ADX. Well, look at that. We were down. And then as the DI turns positive here, as you can see the green histogram right there, we began to turn positive again. So if you look right now, we do have a rather undecided ADX and DI. So ADX is about to cross below 25, below the midpoint. I like to see it above 25 to have confidence in a coin. And I like to also see a positive DI. So, well, boom. Basically, I'm not seeing too of anything positive on an indicator that I tend to think has a lot of weight for Bitcoin on the daily. And we're in a downward channel, and we're below the 200 moving average. So I would say, at best, Bitcoin is sideways right now. Looking at the 2-hour chart for Bitcoin to see immediate price action, well, we do have two green candles in a row in the 2-hour, and the MACD is definitely positive, and the histogram is widening, and the SAR indicator here, linked to in the show notes, is green for a while. We shall see. Definitely on the 2-hour, we've got to get above this 200 moving average at about 7,300. We shall see. I would say Bitcoin is tremendously sideways right now and undecided. Big news, not much. CZ over at Binance, he put out a tweet saying adding access to 160 more fiat currencies in one integration, slow but surely. So that's interesting. I like it. Binance's latest integration opens it up to millions more people. That's cool. Keep it up there, CZ. This one is why I called the video today, Winter is Coming by Bitcoin. This is a video by someone I've interviewed on a podcast of mine, Radiant Creators, a couple times. He's a good friend of mine, David Devine. This is his channel, Adapt 2020. And he says, is the Great Freeze returning to our planet? Basically, he looks at climate cycles and also political cycles and migrations of people. This is quite the little bit of scholarly research that he's done, and he makes a case for why today's turbulent times on many levels might be a good reason to buy Bitcoin, as you can see one of the yellow vest characters wearing right here. So Definitely not a political statement, not a political channel. This is just basically some science to look at and why possibly this is a great time on many, many levels, for many, many reasons, to hedge your bets and get some Bitcoin. Like I say, I do this because Bitcoin to me is a peaceful revolution. That's why I'm here. And always, as always, obstacles can't stop you, weather can't stop you, heartbreak can't stop you, failure can't stop you, only you can stop you. It's a hard market right now. It's sideways, it's boring, it's frustrating, but you know what? There are coins making green today that are making money. If you're a member of their blockchain education, you're probably in on some of those. Little infomercial at the end. Keep hammering. You're a warrior. I'll see you tomorrow. I have been a member of blockchain education for over 2 years, and it has been a huge factor in my success as a crypto trader. Click on the link in the description, and you will be attached to an amazing fat discount that will not last forever, that discount. Really, the platform is growing quite quickly, and get the discount while you can. Get that locked in. With that said, watch this infomercial, and you will learn a lot about blockchain education. Once you sign up, you can watch hours of video on the blockchain education method. You can sit back, chill, and learn a method that absolutely works. And with that said, it isn't like it's a couple of videos that are years old. No, new videos are constantly being made as the community asks for more knowledge. So new questions there. Jonathan Regan, he's in the chat constantly, along with other amazing traders. And the content, the educational content keeps growing. So recently we had a membership update, but also we have a video on the 200 moving average. He really zoomed in on it. Like, here's some info. He helped us get even better at using the 200 moving average in different time frames, and also the Dirty 30 scanner. I can't tell you about that because, well, sorry, but you got to join. But if you do implement that in TradingView, you're going to be able to zero in on coins that are about to rock, as you can see right here. Now, with that said, you can watch a video. It's linked in the show notes. It's basically become a successful trader, discover the 5 pillars to success. But basically, their education, methodology, discovery, support, and automation. One of the most important things really is support. You need to have a crew to trade with. And so once you become part of the blockchain education family, you've got a 24-hour chat and you are hanging out with people who actually really care about your success. And everybody's chatting and we're comparing charts, and there's always experts in there to really help. But you know, it's not always an expert that can help. You're going to find yourself helping others. You're going to be an expert before you know it. So I hope you sign up. Look, these are some recent calls. These are a couple days old, so I'm not showing anybody anything that just happened. But look at that. These are gains. And if you want it, you could have been auto-entered into these, or you could have entered into them manually. Now, we also have a weekly newsletter that shows all the wins, all the gains. So basically, look at that. The last couple of weeks, we've had these are the average gains. Boom, I don't want to show you too much. This is for members only. But top 10 performers for the week. Boom. These are all calls that everybody was in, who chose to be in. Either manually entered or they were auto-entered in the hybrid system. So hey, look, blockchain education, let's make money. Let's build something great together. I hope to see you there. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat.